left some bruising and a few unspoken scars that we don't talk about.
Alright buddy, welcome back. Sunshine's feeling good out there, but it's kind of cold in here still. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning us in over here at Jobe's Hometown. Yeah, we're going to halt progress over here because this is what I really want to get to. Yeah. This is what I want to ride on our New Year's break. We usually have a little New Year's get together, and I want to show up on this thing banging the new built engine. Sip my coffee because it's cold. Hear a hot rod driving by. Somebody getting on it out there. Yeah, let me show you guys what's going on over here. Welcome back. Yep. Get things tuned in here. Got things pulled apart. A little bit pulled apart down here. And a little bit pulled apart down here because that motor's coming out. And the new banger is going in. We're going to have to make a couple little changes because I'm going to have to see if that throttle cable will work with this setup. And, you know, fuel line, motor mount. But I think it's all going to bolt right up. So I've been wanting to get to it. Let's see. And also, too, that crankshaft, that one is the 3/4, or the smaller crankshaft. I have right there. That's the belt drive setup. I'm going to try and just use the front, the drive pulley, not the driver, just the front drive on that crankshaft with this setup, and I think we should be good because that belt is good. The belt for that is right there, and it's tiny thin. It's worn away junk. So let's get it popped in here, and we'll get things fired up and going. And as you see, I got my. If you guys wonder why I'm wearing my hat forwards, it's because if I want to wear my hoodie, my hat's got to be forward, and I don't mind rocking a flat bill. That's how I roll. Let's do this. Okay, so first thing, get down here. Oh man, gotta get down. Oh yeah. Of course, lift is full, but I want to do this, so yeah, let's do it right here. Because luckily, this one isn't difficult to work on. I just gotta pop out the 4 bolts down here on the bottom, and I got my wrench and stuff. There we go. Got my rattle gun. Rattled her off there, no problem. There's 2. There's 3. And 1 more up here in the front. And we're good. And if you guys are wondering, those are nylock nuts. They're not regular nuts. They have the nylon insert, so they stay put. If you use a good washer, everybody stays good. Now let me come over here and pop these 4 out here on my belt drive. And of course, the belt drive is loose, so it's just going to hang out right here. That's loose. Engine's loose. I went ahead and slid the carburetor off. That's why I had the full start over here unhooked, because I wanted to unhook my kill switch wire. Kill switch up here. Yeah, so I think we can go ahead and pull it now. And leave, I should be able to just pull it out and leave the exhaust on there. Let's see. My carburetor is going to stay. My belt drive is going to stay. Oh yeah, it's definitely leaking oil out of the bottom. I thought it was. See if I can put my carburetor right here. Yeah, I need a zip tie. We get a zip tie right here. Maybe if I'm lucky, one right here. Please. Please. Oh yeah, here's one. Yeah, okay. I can just zip tie my carburetor up out of the way by the throttle cable that we're going to have to change a little bit. Because if the carburetor tips over, it'll start leaking everywhere, and I'm not going to have to deal with all that. I don't think we're going to have to. That's good. Okay. Good to go. And we get another great example of the 5-horse. They're light and easy to deal with, so yeah, it just makes things nice. And yeah, it's definitely leaking oil at the bottom. Good, because the new engine's not going to leak oil. Oh yeah. Okay, and just go in here and show you guys. Stock Briggs 5-horse, which, you know, works good. I don't feel any crank play. Or actually, yeah, I do. If you guys heard this thing knocking when it idles, there's play and everything. If you guys didn't hear this one knocking when it was idling kind of rough because, you know, it was breaking in. But yeah, that's going to be good. So my built 5-horse, stock 5-horse. I might end up swapping out some of these covers, but I only have this one bolt hole because this head, this is a Raptor head. This is a stock head. This one has 2 holes, you know, for my heat shield. But I may end up go ahead and just using that one and see if it'll work out because the heat shield keeps the heat blowing off my leg. My leg is right here. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and slide that one in there and give her a test fit. I think everything's going to be good to go. Okay, first test fit coming in. Dropping in the new Hot Rods bolt block. That I can't wait to fire up. Okay. First thing we need to do is get the belt drive lined up over here and see if it's going to go ahead and tighten onto our crankshaft. But remember, I need to get my screws pulled out of there, so let me do that real quick. These are just the screws. I just put them in there just to not lose them. These are the screws to pull off the side cover. The side covers get stuck on these dowels that are right here. And if you need to pull the cover off, use these 2 screws to press the cover off, and it makes it real easy. They come with that from ARC. That's good. So now, we just need to slide that back a little bit. Figure out why this is stuck. Okay, there. There we go. And slide our motor over a little bit. There we go. All right. That looks like it's going to work perfect. Okay, we just need to figure out our angle here, make sure our bolts line up down here on our plate because it is a little bit different. But so far, it's looking great. It's looking real good. Okay. Yes. And I just want to slide our bolts into our engine mount holes just to make sure all that's lined up too. Okay, those are all the same. Okay, I can see down through the holes now. Now we're lined up. Or at least closer. There's one. There we go. Now we're in place. And let's see if everybody works over here. Okay, it looks like it's going to line up right there, which is right where I want it to. Kind of switch hands here so I can get it all lined up here. Maybe. There we go. Maybe. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, got the first bolt started and everything is centered, so that is lined up. You see if it lines up with the rest of the bolt holes. I have to line up all the way around. And get my arm out of there. Get my sweatshirt dirty. I don't like getting this sweatshirt dirty either because it is one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and show you guys here. Yeah. It's gone now, but the skid factory, well, it's all Mighty Car Mods. If you guys don't know about Mighty Car Mods, check them out. I love Mighty Car Mods. When I started to learn turbo science years ago, I wanted to learn way more, and they were doing the same thing. And then they introduced Turbo Yoda. Mr. Allen is one of the brightest individuals you will ever meet. If you ever get a chance to meet him, he was a Subaru engineer technician for a long time. So you talk about broken turbo engines, he's dealt with them. All of them. But he's also engineered everything else turbocharged and a lot for the Mighty Car Mods guys. So was the skid factory, but now he's gone because he's just doing his own thing. But there's still a bunch of vids. Now it's Woody's doing stuff. And yeah, check him out. Awesome stuff, guys. Okay, back to where we were. Sorry. Oh, I need to get down here so I can see these bolt holes. Oh yeah, okay, that one lines up perfect. Oh yeah, beautiful. Okay, that's good. That looks like everything is going to be good. And now if I, yeah, now we can just slide the motor forward just a little bit, tighten the chain up, and we're going to be rocking. And that one goes there. Okay. Go ahead and rattle her tight here. Okay, that's good. Perfectly lines up. Exhaust clears. Good to go. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is slide this engine forward to get our chain tightened up, and so that everything clears back here on our belt drive, because it is really tight on this frame. But I think we're going to be good. Yeah, that's even, the belt even fits on our crankshaft, so that's good too. All right. Very good. Okay. Just need to get our bolts snugged in down here on the bottom, and we're going to see if we can get this throttle cable swapped out, or at least get this fuel line swapped out so we can fire it up. I want to make some noise. Coming soon. Okay, got everything all snugged down. Everything's lined up. It's looking great. So I think we're going to be good to go. And I just need to put my kill switch wire on. Got my carb stuff figured out over here too. Went ahead and tuned that out because yeah, that's just figuring out carb cables, and yeah, wasn't fun. Let me get my headlight on so I can actually see what I'm doing over here. Because the cable, the kill switch wire is kind of hidden back in here. Right. Let me make sure it goes the right way because it is directional. Okay, there's the bottom. I think. There we go. Okay, that's on there. And over here, went ahead and got everything figured out with the belt drive. Got the internals lubed up here, so we should be good. Some old belt on there. That lines up, and always make sure your belt lines up 100% with your engine and back plate, because that's all got to line up and be good. And that lines up good right there. So that's good. Make sure that bolt tightens down all the way, which it doesn't. It needs a washer. Looked like it was going to be a bit short. So let me grab a washer and stick on there. Probably a washer and a lock washer, because we don't want this coming loose prematurely. We want it to come loose when we ask it to, but that's it. Okay, and here we go. Got us a nice thick washer and a lock washer, so it won't come loose and should take up that extra room, because this setup is moved in just a little bit versus the other setup, which I could change if I was to redo stuff back here, but my belt lines up, so I think we're good. And yeah, that looks good too. And looks like my petcock that I just put in is leaking. I just seen it drip. Stop dripping. And we can go ahead and hook this up, because I have a connector back here to connect it onto. There we go. Okay, kill switch wire's hooked up. That's good. Let's go ahead and snug that down. Oh, that's a bigger one. That one's 9/16. All right, that's looking good. Looking real good. All right, and I went ahead and drained the fuel out, because I wanted to put this petcock on, which is kind of dripping. It's not a real petcock, it's just a way that I can shut it off, because I didn't have a way to shut off the fuel coming down to the carburetor before. I still need to get a petcock for this tank, but we're going to change that, so I hadn't yet. See, I went ahead and just drained it into here, but there's a little bit in there. Let's see if it'll go. I think it will. Let me show you guys this carb setup. See, everything lines up 100%, so nothing crazy sticking out except for my carburetor, which I kind of want sticking out. I'll show you guys. Yeah, so that's good. Went ahead and changed the top over to my other carb setup. This top screws on, it screws on with to the body of the carb, but luckily the cable was able to swap out and line up internally with the slide, so that's good. Because I wanted this carburetor to go away. I never liked all these pieces, and it's a weird little carburetor that has some tunability to it, but it's not really what I need. I'm pretty sure that's from a KTM mini bike. It's for a 85 mini bike that's revs way too high, and those engines don't last long, and that carburetor kind of worked, but it kind of didn't. I kind of want to go back to this one, which I know and love. It's a Key-in style carburetor, so yeah. So all is good and everything. I had to make a couple changes up here, but yeah. So we're idling. We're probably going to have to figure out the idle down here once we get it started. So let's make some noise. Okay, we got a little bit of fuel in there. I think the carburetor's full. Watching for another drip. Kill switch is on. Let's see what it does here. Yeah, I still have plenty of room back here for my pull start with the carburetor hanging out. So yeah, no problem there. This one definitely has more compression. Definitely. Okay, yeah, that belt sounds okay. It's definitely grabbing. Slide this over a little bit so you guys can get tuned in a little better here. And actually, you know what we should do, because I don't have anything to prop it up against, And I don't know if it's going to take off because this is the first time. Let's not be silly. I know better. I didn't have this in there before because I had to get to the bolts on the bottom. Yeah, let's go ahead and slide it in and get this back end popped up. In case this belt drive wants to go crazy, let's try and prevent that. Oh, it might make for a cool video when this thing goes launching out of the garage, but I don't feel like rebuilding the wall of my garage. Let's move it back a little bit. Clearing everything over there. Okay, good. Okay, good. Now the back tire is coming off the ground. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, that definitely feels okay. Let's see what happens. We give it a little choke here. Okay, everything is hooked up. We're good. Can't remember which way I think it's that way. Let's try it this way. Okay, no. Let's give it a little starting fluid and see if it wakes it up. Yep, woke it up. Okay. Okay. I think we probably just need a bit more tuning. Well, I think I just saw a drip. I think I need to tune the air-fuel mixture, because that's what I was having problems with on the bench over here. Not the idle speed, the mixture speed, or the mixture value. Let me close that up just a little bit more. Quarter of a turn. And yeah, that smoke, that's just braking oil. I had this thing covered in braking oil when I was doing my spin test downstairs, if you guys probably saw. This thing bangs. Let's see if it goes again here real quick. Oh yeah, guys. Awesome. Yes. It's what I wanted to see and hear and feel. We're turning the pipe blue already. Yes. Let me get this fan on, get some of the smoke pulled out. Yeah, no fun sucking in fumes in there. Let's see if it sits still. I'm a foot ready to be on this clutch. It's ready to go. This car is way more adjustable than that little one. The little one wouldn't idle this low either. More fuel back in it. Ready to go. Test hit number 1. Something came loose, I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think our flywheel. Oh yeah, it's the keyway on the flywheel. It's loose. I need to get a new keyway. Diesel Beast, that scared me. It sounded like it blew up. But luckily I've had it before. It's the flywheel rocking back and forth in here because, see, it's loose because the flywheel moved in and got rattled around from me zooming by. It needs a new keyway. Oh, that keyway is a bit worn, but it just needs a fresh one. Then I can sock down that flywheel And I also I left it a bit loose. I thought it was going to be okay. That flywheel is getting replaced. So, yeah, there's still way more to this build. As you see, we just got the carb hanging off the side. We got the exhaust over here shooting into my leg, which it was kind of cooking my leg. And as you see, oh, we're turning to sweet purple. Oh, that's beautiful. So this is going to wrap around, come over here. Kind of why I wanted to get everything installed. Let me show you guys here. Just go ahead and dial you guys in here. This is going to turn a 90 and come this way. The exhaust, there's going to be a flange right here. There's going to be a turbocharger hanging right here. It's on the way. Luckily, Christmas is here, so yeah. And by the way, it's Christmas time, everybody. We're having a merry season. Let's be happy and be thankful and live a good life and build some cool stuff. We're going to have an awesome Christmas and a happy new year, and I want everybody to be a part of that. Like, share, and subscribe with all my craziness out here, because we're trying to grow and make this channel way bigger and do way more. So there's way more of this coming, I promise. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys. But over here, yeah, turbocharger hanging about right here, boosting that carburetor. That's why it was kind of idling or running funny when I went wide open, because it's providing way too much air and not enough fuel. I need to boost that float bowl to be able to get the fuel out of it. Which, let me show you guys the reason why it didn't want to go wide open. See the restrictor right there? That restrictor keeps my boost from going into my float bowl. I'm going to provide boost pressure to this port right here, which will pressurize my float bowl, blow my fuel up into the airstream, into the engine, and make lots of boosted horsepower. Now that we have a built bottom end and a built everything else, it can clearly handle the RPM. It revs way faster now. Even, trying to just open it up a little bit, it wants to just go, and then it's too much for that open carburetor. If I put a filter on it, it would probably help, but it's not what I want. I don't want air filters. I want boost. Way more to come, as I always say, guys, because, yeah, if the turbocharger would just get here, yeah, we'd be good to go. Thought it was going to be here, but no, it ain't. But I still got a little bit of figuring out to do with the plumbing and whatnot, and I have a trick to show you guys about how we're going to get oil to the turbo and fuel to the carburetor, because it's boosted, because there's no battery, there's no electronics, there's none of that. I kind of thought about it just to have a headlight, but I may end up working out something up here to where I'm just going to have a receptacle with a plug-in DeWalt rechargeable battery to run my headlight, if we ever even get there. But I want everything else to be 100% mechanical. No electronics, no batteries, no nothing, no charging system, because this engine doesn't have a charging system. So, yeah, as I would say, way more to come, because we about to go real fast on that thing. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. I really want to set my camera down right away, but we should get a new keyway on that flywheel. When in doubt, figure it out. The truth will set you free. Kickstands up. Let's ride.